Well, the issue with load shedding, we did say that we will go through ups and downs. But the real issue is that we are dealing with load shedding on a continuous and sustainable basis. We are putting in place the various processes that are going to give us the ability to finally get rid of load shedding. So at times, some of the generators break down, give up, and some are on a planned basis. And when that happens, the system operator has to be ready to regulate the system so that it does not collapse. So this happens, and it will happen for a little while, but the ultimate aim is to finally get rid of load shedding. And the good thing is that we've pulled out all stops, and all efforts are being made to make sure that we do address this problem. The Minister of Electricity is now fully engaged with Eskom, and we're doing all we can to ensure that we address load shedding. It is a constant problem for South Africans, we know that, and everybody feels it, and it's not comfortable at all. In fact, it does sometimes evoke a lot of anger, but as I've said, we do have the resilience as South Africans to keep on ensuring that we do hope for a better time, and a better time is coming. On the issue of the SARS Commissioner, we've been in discussion with the SARS Commissioner for a while, and we've focused our attention on the transition. His term is coming to an end, and I've asked him to stay on so that we can ensure that a number of the measures that he is putting in place are bedded down, and that a proper transition can then take place. So there's no crisis, nobody should have any form of angst. It is a process that is being handled, and it's being handled very, very properly. And I'm happy to have a Commissioner of Revenue like him, who is very cooperative, who is committed to his work, who is diligent, and who has revived SARS from the grips of state capture. So when I was talking about revamping our institutions last night, I highlighted that SARS is one of those. It is back to its old efficient self, having been taken into the depths of state capture for a while. So we have reclaimed it, and I'm rather glad that it is one of those institutions that is serving the people of South Africa. Well, the issue of the ending of load shedding is a moot one. Everybody wants to know, everybody is talking about it, they want to know when is it ending. All they want is a date. Give us the date, and you give them a date, and there's load shedding thereafter. They say you were lying, you're making empty and false promises. So we are not going to do that, because this is a process, like the renewal process that the ANC has embarked upon. It's a process. It's a process that must get underway, and we've put in place through the National Electricity Crisis Committee. Everything is put in place. All the pillars are in place to finally address the load shedding. It would be wonderful and ideal to give a date, but processes like these that are engineering based and based on machines working well, you cannot really put a date to. And the application to the Constitutional Court by the EFF, everybody is free to approach whatever court in the land. So we are a country that's ruled by the rule of law, and the judiciary deals with matters like that. So I don't, they do.